This episode of Off My Shelf contains coarse language and adult conversation. Listener discretion is advised. My name is Tracy James, and welcome to Off My Shelf, a podcast of movies that are off my shelf, where we go through my DVDs and talk about the movies in my collection. In this episode, Sean Archer joins me in talking about cheesy 80s horror and a 90s interpretation of a sploitation film with Invaders from Mars and Jackie Brown. Welcome!
Hello, thanks for having me back. I apologize about my throat, or my voice.
Your voice, because you started going back outside and got yourself sick
and didn't dress up enough.
Yes,
my fault.
Winter is still a thing that happens. It's fall. You can't get that chill get to you, or else you get in trouble.
I think I was cocky because I haven't had a cold in 2 years, so I was like, I won't get a cold.
Yeah, because nobody's been outside in 2 years. That's the difference.
Yeah.
It's true. Now that like I have to physically go to work as well now too, which I don't know how I thought this was completely normal to wake up at a stupid hour, get on a bus, get on a train, walk for a while, get to work, do a full day, and then do that all the way back home again. I don't know why we ever thought that was normal behavior. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing that mostly during the pandemic, but I can walk to work, so I don't hate it. I love it, actually.
Makes you, well, I guess when you get outside, you get the exercise and stuff. Yeah.
And it wakes me up too.
Yeah, I got the what is it? They call it like the COVID-19. I definitely got that little tie around my waist now. It's very bad. It's very bad.
Well, once I started getting my steps up on 10,000 a day again, a lot of them fell off. I still got a ways to go, but
yeah, I got to do that. I don't think I'm doing 10,000. I think I'm doing like 5,000 or 6,000 a day, but that's because I still have like an office job. I just sit there and I'm not walking all the way to work.
Yeah,
just to the subway and then up a flight of stairs and then sit on another subway and that's it, kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of boring.
That's still more than if you're working from home. Not going out.
But I do miss working from home. I got to be at work at 9. Oh no, it's 8:55 and I'm at work. It's fine. Now I got to wake up at like 7, get ready, get outside, make myself presentable. No more pajamas for 4 days straight. It's very
As a
sad.
bald man, I can just roll out of bed, 10-minute shower, out of that condo. Not much to do here.
Yeah. I don't know. Lucky. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I really like the new podcast intro.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I got a theme song made. I got my friend Ori, who's a composer / game designer, to do the oh my god, I don't know what the word is anymore, to do the intro for me.
The intro song.
Yeah. And I felt so bad at first because I was just like, here's some like high level words and concepts to like interpret to make music. And then he's like this? I was like, no. Like this? No. It just wasn't working. Well, finally we worked it out and then came up with something. So yeah, I think we did a good job.
Awesome. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yay. People are listening and they can hear it. It's very exciting. Also what's exciting is when aliens invade the earth.
Puppet aliens and little brains with eyes in the mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it.
I don't know. I can't even remember the last time I watched this movie. But one thing I do remember, and one of the reasons why I bought this movie is this is actually the first horror movie I remember ever watching. I was way too young. And this movie scared the shit out of me originally. And it was all my brother's fault because he literally like held me in front of a TV and like, look at this scary thing that's happening. And I was like, no, and ran away.
Yeah. I thought this was a kids movie up until the aliens showed up and then started being all weird and freaky.
But I guess.
I mean, is it a kids horror movie? Is that what you would describe it?
I don't know, because 80s kids movies are not what we consider to be kids movies anymore.
I rewatched The Goonies recently, and damn, like it's great. I love The Goonies, but they would never make that today.
No, it has quite a bit of this is just a PG movie, so pseudo for kids.
Well, it's directed by Tobe Hooper. I'm saying that right? He directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Poltergeist.
Really?
So when his name showed up, I was like, wait, why do I know that name? And it's because of Poltergeist.
Yeah.
And so I was looking him up, and he's mostly known for horror.
Oh, it's not a name I recognize because you know me, I don't really watch that much horror.
Yeah, I love horror.
So I was just like, just random dude directed this, so I didn't bother looking it up, which I obviously should have from that knowledge. So yeah, that explains quite a bit, actually.
Also, like I texted you about this, I got really excited when it said the Cannon Group presents, because they're known for making schlocky, shitty movies that I absolutely love. So like Ninja 3, a really bad Superman movie. What else? Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Like all these great ones.
What is Hard Ticket to Hawaii?
I gotta show it to you one day. It's a really bad 80s Hawaii action movie.
Oh my god! Okay.
The movie's insane.
Yeah, I am down. I'm down to watch that. Yes.
There's a documentary called Electric Boogaloo, and it's about the Cannon Film Group and all the movies they made, and it's really, really good.
Why does this sound familiar? Like you've told me this before, or somebody has before. Okay.
How did this get made? That podcast, they do a lot of Cannon movies because they're so bad.
Well, yes. Rewatching this, I was like, A, why was I even scared of this? This is fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
And B, you're just like, this is just bad. Like, it's just bad.
The dialogue in this movie is atrocious.
It really is. It's just like these horrible one-liners that make no sense half the time.
Poor Louise Fletcher, like Nurse Ratched from and Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. Some of the lines she had to say, I was just like, oh, I hope you got paid well. You're better than this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this came out before she was on Star Trek.
Yeah.
And quite a bit after she was Nurse Ratched. So this may have been like a lull in her career. You know, she's just like, I just need some money. Let's do this. But she's very good at playing the bad guy.
I don't think I've ever seen her not play the bad guy. There's probably examples, but
there probably are examples, but yeah, I don't remember it and any of it either. Or if I did see her in something and she was like, quote unquote, the good guy, I was still like, I don't trust her. I don't no.
Yeah. And there'll be a twist and she's the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the guy who played Moriarty on the British Sherlock Holmes show. When as soon as I saw him in what is it? One of the James Bond movies and stuff. And even when I saw him in Fleabag, I was just like, he's the bad guy, right? He's gonna do something bad. But you know, and in the James Bond movie he did. He ended up being like the not the big bad, but he was still a bad guy.
Which Bond is he in? I don't remember.
It's he's in Spectre, I think.
Oh, that's why. I didn't like Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre was bad. He was in a bad one. I'm not saying that was a good one.
Yeah,
but that also means I think this movie is going to be good because it seems to be like good, bad, good, bad, good. So I think this movie's the new one coming out is going to be good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, I'm taking my dad because he's a big Bond fan.
Yeah, hopefully they don't push it again for another year.
Oh, I think they would have done it by now, but who knows?
Yeah, because it comes out next month?
The 8th, I think, October 8th.
Ooh, that's soon. Okay, yes, definitely gonna head out to see that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But yeah, Invaders from Mars, from 1986.
Yep.
It's actually a remake of a 1953 movie, which I've never seen. Have you seen?
Yeah, I noticed that when I was looking up on IMDb. That it's a remake.
Yeah. Have you seen the
original? No, I hadn't seen either one. I'm sorry. Okay. Until I watched it last night, I hadn't seen it before.
Okay. Yeah. So what did you think? I know you like bad movies.
I do. I really enjoyed it. Like I laughed a lot through this.
Yeah.
Like the aliens are these not scary giant puppets, or I don't know. person in a suit, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. They literally just have large mouths and legs.
Yeah, and they move around so what's the word? Like they just like shuffle around.
They're
not
cumbersome.
Scary. Yeah, cumbersome. Yeah. Thank you. And then their weapon is this weird laser thing. It's a huge flashlight that zaps away people. They're just awful bad guys.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I know they're scary looking. I mean, if I bumped into that in a dark tunnel, I'd be like, But then I would see it move, and I'd be like, oh, you take a step every 10 minutes. Yeah. I'd be like, I'm just gonna walk around.
We could run circles around it
outside. It'd be fine. Or they could have done like a Star Wars thing, like just tied the legs and would trip over. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
No, and then I didn't understand what the snake / Krang one. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, it was like a brain. It looked like a brain that had a face on it, and then it was attached to some, I don't know, like the ship.
Yeah, I don't know.
When it started talking, I couldn't stop laughing.
Wait, it didn't talk?
Yes, it did. Near the end, it talked for like a minute.
It just didn't it just say his name or something like
bad boy or it wasn't like
it wasn't something.
Like
okay,
it wasn't like black, but yeah.
When you say talking, I expect like a sentence. It's like, "Hi, how are you today?" I was like, I don't remember him doing that.
Yeah, if we played a drinking game, every time they said the little kid's name, we go through so many bottles of liquor. Like
within like the first 2 minutes, we'd all be like blind drunk.
Yeah, like the parents. I think they're trying to show like them being very loving. So there's a contrast when they were taken over by the aliens. Mm-hmm. But man, they went over the top and just would not stop saying the kid's name. And then when you meet the general, he says like every other word. Like,
yeah,
it was insane.
But also like the nurse who's like his savior adult or whatever.
Yeah,
she was very inappropriate.
Yeah, she believes this kid's like. She had no evidence yet to believe that the aliens had taken over people's bodies. Mm-hmm. And then she helps him escape the school. And then she even makes a comment like, I think I may have kidnapped you at one point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Well, yeah, because the parents show up. The cops are at her house. Like, yeah. I know technically it's because the aliens are trying to track them down or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if you think about it in real life, you'd be like, yeah, she kidnapped my child or lost my child at least.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in trouble for that.
She is super lucky there was an alien invasion happening. Mm-hmm. Or she'd be in prison.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, because even like that weird scene where they're hiding in the boiler room for some reason. Yeah. And like the kid is acting like an adult and she's acting like a scared child. And he's like holding her. And there's one very awkward point where they did like a close-up of their faces, like right across from each other. I'm like, he's 10. Don't make out with him. What is wrong with you? That's all I kept thinking.
You felt the sexual chemistry?
Yes. It was creeping me out. I was like, stop. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the whole buddy cop relationship. Oh, that's not the right word, but I didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't. No. I don't know. There was no. I mean, there was no chemistry between the two.
Yeah, and
I don't mean like love it, like a love chemistry, but just like they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't mesh well or anything.
Yeah.
It was just like he was random kid and she was lady, and he was like, yeah, pretend you guys are friends. You're like, okay. Like,
and she's just following this kid around. This kid is being sent like with the military to like why? Well, why is he? Okay, you won the military. Now you took him away. Why are you bringing him with you?
And that's the thing. Like all of the adults, even the adults that weren't affected by this invasion, you're just like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
this just is not right. None of it is right.
No.
So yeah. I was very confused by a lot of the motivations throughout the whole movie. And like it just didn't make any sense to me.
Like, why didn't they? The dad gets taken over first, and then the mom not too long after. Why didn't they just take over David as well? Like they knew he was being a little shit disturber. They had plenty of opportunity to get him.
Yeah, they could have literally like, this is my kid. He's in trouble. Pick him up and walk him over the hill. That's it. Instead of like, let's go for a picnic, huh?
Yeah, like he lets them go to school. It's like they let him go to school. Like, why? Send him over the hill. Be done with it.
And just be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my other question is, to watching this movie, I don't understand what the aliens are trying to do?
Okay, this is what I think is happening is so remember the scene at NASA? Oh, NASA, like they just threw NASA logo on some trucks.
It was a army base.
Yeah. Okay.
And NASA was using it to launch something to observe Mars.
Yeah, and I think that is why they're attacking Earth, because we're getting too close to their planet.
So, but why do they have to like control us? Can they just like blow things up?
Yeah, well, they did. They ended up blowing up the spaceship.
Yeah, but that was a very intricate plan to blow up that spaceship. You have an interplanetary ship that went into outer space that could go into the Earth and hide, that automatically drills tunnels places, and you can mind control people. But instead of just blowing up this ship, you're like, let's get this guy. Then he's gonna call the NASA people. I don't understand what those guys were doing there. Like they just had like minesweepers or something. Like I don't know what they were doing. Then they get swallowed, and then there's a magical plan to put like C4 on a truck and then drive the truck really slowly to the ship to blow it up.
And when the soldiers are firing at the truck, they're aiming at the what do you call it, the cab, like the engine.
Yeah,
just shoot the driver. You have a machine gun.
Just shoot the whole thing. You will hit something that will stop it.
And then the truck goes through this like most flimsy barricade I've ever seen. What?
It was more like when they have like oh my god, the horse jumping, and when their foot hits the thing, like the thing just falls off. That's what it looked like. It didn't look like it was attached to anything.
Great example.
Yeah.
And like once they blow up the spaceship, shouldn't they just leave? Why are they sticking around?
Well, and see, but these are all of my questions. I don't know.
No.
It just made those, because then they kept taking more of the copper for some reason from the army base, but also I don't know why the army base had just like hundreds of spools of copper just hanging out.
I don't know. I thought they were meth heads or something. Like, why are they stealing copper? That's what junkies do.
Well, maybe that's what it is. They are junkies for the copper.
But the copper powers their guns or something.
It apparently powers everything. I don't
know. But anyways, like, so they came to the planet Earth without enough copper to power their ship, so they had to steal more. Like, these aren't very smart puppet aliens.
I am doing a lot of shrugging because I don't have answers to any of these questions.
This movie makes no sense.
It doesn't. I mean, and also like, it's just like, even like the end of the movie where it's like, oh, it was all a dream, but also it's about to happen. So does that mean he's psychic? Like, what does?
Yeah, it seems like he saw. It's like Twilight. He saw the whole future of the movie. I don't know if you watched Twilight, but
no, definitely not.
I went because of bad movies. And the very last one, there's a huge battle and a ton of people die. And it turns out it's just one of the vampires showing Michael Sheen, the bad guy vampire, what's going to happen if we fight.
Okay.
And I was
wait. Sorry.
It caught me off guard.
Michael Sheen is in Twilight?
Yes, he is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is disappointing. I like that man.
Yeah. Hey, he needs a third house or a yacht.
He has done. I did love him in Underworld, where he played the werewolf.
Yeah, so he's played.
Yeah, so he's playing both sides, guys. Both sides. Don't trust him. But he's a fantastic actor. He's great.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue. I interrupted. I was just shocked. I was like, wait, what?
So did he just foresee everything? Now it's going to start happening? But it ended with him going to his parents' room and screaming.
Yeah.
So are his parents still actually controlled by the aliens, or like, I didn't make any sense to me.
Or something was happening to them in the room, or like, I don't know. Yeah, that ending, I know it's supposed to be like a shocker, but really it was just like, sorry, what? I'm so confused now.
Yeah, I didn't understand at all.
No. And also, like, I didn't understand the whole, like I understand, like, the mom not being able to cook as well anymore, so she, like, burned the bacon, whatever. But what was, like, with the eating frogs? Like, I don't, that, why was... that necessary? Like I'm confused.
It reminds me of the Martian frogs they eat at home.
Yeah, they have like a Martian bog of some sort.
Yeah.
With toadlingers, I'm gonna call them.
Well, the movie implies that the aliens live underground on Mars, so maybe there's a whole ecosystem we can't see.
That is true. So we'd have to find them. But why would the mind-controlled people have the taste that the aliens would have?
No.
Okay. All right.
And did they ever explain what was actually being put into them, like in the back of their necks?
Not really, but I'm assuming it's copper of some sort, and that's the thing that controls them.
Okay. Yeah, I was very confused.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was mostly just laughing at this movie. Like, I'm glad I watched it. Like,
what was your favorite part, you think?
Oh, when the first time you see the aliens, I had no idea what they're gonna look like. and the movie doesn't hide it. Like it's just bam. And here's this weird puppet thing walking onto the set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Louise Fletcher next to it.
Like there's a whole like build up to like what's happening over the hill, but as soon as you get there, they're like, we're not hiding it, we're gonna show you all of the things. There's no like, oh my god, I heard a noise, or like a shadow of a creature. It just like steps in and like, here I am. Yay!
It was the opposite of Jaws.
Yes, very much so.
Just boom. Yeah.
Same amount of teeth though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find like the mouth of it looks like Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors when it gets really big. Yeah. I find the mouth, like the head part, looks like that.
Yeah, I see that.
And then the legs look like they're like horse legs, like the bottom half of horse legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The head and body were way too big for the legs too. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand how these things walk around. I mean, that's why they walk so slow, I guess.
Yeah. And then we find out too that it has like a one weird T-Rex hand out of the side of the head.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when the scientist gave him the thing.
Yeah, that doesn't move, but also like the back legs are like hands because they come forward and they grab things.
Yeah.
And
so somehow this species has figured out interplanetary travel.
Yes, with what seems like an organic ship of some sort. It seemed very like fleshy in there. Yeah. It did have like little remnants of like, oh, I saw aliens a lot, so let's make it look like bones.
And
I don't know, there's weird see-through doors. I don't know. I think the problem is the people who came up with this were just like, here are all of the ideas and we are going to do all of them, and they just piled it together.
Yeah, I thought the budget for this movie was going to be small because that's what Cannon's known for. It was $12 million in 1986. Like, that's a good sized budget.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Yeah. No, they wasted their money.
I disagree. I loved it.
Actually, the one effect I did enjoy was, when they went to the sand pit and the thing swirled and swallowed them up.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that effect.
That stuff was cool. Yeah.
That was very cool.
Even like the when the thing pops out in the school basement spoiler room, whatever. Mm-hmm. The cops like have the crazy earth shake and they're like, we can't shoot them. Like I thought they were being mind controlled, the cops.
So did I.
Because why were they pointing the guns at? They were going into the kill. It seemed like, but then the alien swallowed them up. So I was very confused.
Again, I don't have answers for you because I had the same confusion.
And why did
because I assumed if they're going down there to shoot them, they're the aliens. Because if they're quote unquote good cops and they're not black people, they should just grab them and arrest them, right?
Oh, topical.
Topical zinger.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was also very confused by that.
Yeah, I don't know why the alien suddenly burst out of the boiler room. I don't. Mm-hmm. I did.
And I was like, well, I guess that was to show how they were drilling the tunnels, or to show maybe they were expanding through the town. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it saved them from the cops.
It did, accidentally.
Yes.
But,
And then I didn't even see the cops. they show up again? Were they mind controlled? I didn't see them again.
I'm sorry, I'm shrugging again. You can't hear my shrugging. I'm shrugging again. I don't know.
Well, that's add a sound effect every time you shrug.
I spent a lot of this movie going like, did I miss something? Rewind like a couple of seconds, like, no, I didn't miss anything. They just skipped it. It was fine.
Or I think they filmed certain scenes and then realized it doesn't make sense. So then they added ADR in later. Like, do you remember when she gives Danny her house keys and like, go get out the window, go to my house. And then it's definitely ADR. He's like, what's your address? And she's like, it is 239 Pine Street. Like, she said it's so weird too. Weird. Yeah. It wasn't Pine Street, but whatever. And like, they definitely added that in later because how does he know where she lives?
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe they cut a scene that would have made that make sense.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, that scene, if he knows where she lives, then it would show that they were better friends and why there's a likeliness she would understand the crazy kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I doubt they cut it for time because this is not a long movie.
No, it was like an hour and 40, I think.
Yeah.
It actually kind of, for me, it breezed by.
Yeah, like, okay, that's the thing about these really bad movies. You're just like, I'm just going to watch them. And you just laugh and it just goes.
Yeah.
But I did spend a lot of time going, wait, what? Wait, what?
Ooh? Yeah.
Who thought that was right to do? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, because even like the scene where they go to the general, I was actually shocked. They did it the right way because they got to the gate and the guy's just like, who? And usually they didn't like, they'd be in the general's office. No, they're just like, no, the general's like, what? I will come to them. They don't just get let on base.
Yeah.
So I like that part about it. But also when they get to base, he's like, I have to check the back of your neck. And I've been like, what the fuck are you on? Go sit over there. Just
Why
tell
are you
me
listening to this 10-year-old?
Yeah, And the nurse or whatever is just sitting there going, trust me, there's aliens.
I'll let this little boy explain it to you, General.
Right? It made no sense.
I did love the scene when the general brought the two goons in who'd been sucked up by the pit. Or not goons, but they were in the like hazmat suit or whatever it was. And when they pulled a gun on the general, and then the guy from off screen just comes in like the karate kick and a chop, and like they had so much time to shoot the general.
Yeah.
And both of them was like, ooh, and the guns go flying around. Like that made me. I laughed so hard at that.
Yeah, it was like 12 minutes, and they're just like, "I'm going to pull the trigger at you."
Yeah. I mean, I guess to be fair, a lot of movies do that.
That is true. Yes. But maybe it's like one of those things where you can't show it that instantaneously, or else you wouldn't know what was going on if it was that quick, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to cut at this angle and then this angle, and then you see the arm come down, and then something's got to go on.
Yeah, but they just left it as one shot, and then you just saw the whole. It was so funny.
It was so bad. Yeah. I did spend a lot of time laughing. One thing on this DVD that there's fun facts about this movie.
Yeah.
So Karen Black, who plays the nurse, was actually young David Gardner's friend. What?
Wait, what?
Oh, David Gardner's friend that you meet? Karen Black is his mother.
Oh. Really? Oh, in real life.
In real life.
Oh, okay.
And then Jim Hunt, who portrays the police chief.
Yeah.
Was actually played David in the original version of this movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, he had quit acting, and it'd been 32 years since he'd acted, and he came back for it.
I actually don't remember who the police chief was.
Yeah, me neither. It's fine.
Sorry.
And also, this movie was shot on location in Malibu Creek State Park, using a house constructed for the 1948 Cary Grant movie, Mr. Blanding Builds His Dream Home.
Okay. Because now that you say that, you never saw the neighborhood from that, like from Danny's house.
No, you didn't.
So there's probably nothing around it.
Mm-hmm. That was the other thing that was really confusing to me. So I know the ship landed over the hill, right? I get it.
Somehow
so it wasn't like too far from the house, but it should have been a little bit of a distance.
Yeah.
But when Danny follows the teacher and then he goes and gets the nurse and brings her back, and then they go down a thing, then they go up another side.
Yeah.
And then they go somewhere else and there's the sand pit. And then that's when they show up. But then he looks over his shoulder and the house is right there still. And I was like,
no, it didn't make any sense.
Wait, what?
Also, when he got in the truck, Louise Fletcher's truck, and she just drives there basically to his house. Mm-hmm. It looked like she drove into a park.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, because I think that's the whole thing. They called it the place had a name.
Yeah.
It was like Copper Hill or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And like you can go visit, like that sand pit thing was like a thing you can go check out or whatever. And that's why they were going to have a picnic up there and all that kind of stuff. And they had a field trip. Remember, that's how the kids got taken.
Oh, that was funny when she's driving the bus and he's like, the nurse freaks out or Danny freaks out. And the whole bus scene, I thought was really funny where she like stops it, runs out, grabs a kid, and then he somehow escapes her.
Yeah. And she's just like running down the middle of the street.
Yeah. Is nobody seeing this in this town?
You would think somebody be like, what is going on? Or she'd pretend to be like, stop that kid or something.
The bus just stopped in the middle of the street, blocking traffic probably, and then she's chasing after a child.
Yeah. And then the nurse comes back out with her car, almost hits the teacher. And this
she's like,
I'll
get you, Danny. I can't remember the last name, Gallagher David. Or something. Oh, sorry, David. I keep saying Danny. Yeah. I'll get you, David, blah, blah, blah. Like, yet again, just saying his name.
It's surprising how many times they say the name, like you said, and I have completely forgot what this kid's name is.
Yeah, wait, it's I got IMDb open. It is, he is David Gardner.
David Gardner.
Yeah.
And they rarely say just David.
Yeah.
Unless the nurse is screaming, David, no, David. Everybody's like, David Gardner, David Gardner, David Gardner, David Gardner. And you're just what?
When he was running into the pit to go find his parents, and it just kept going back to the general going, no, David, no. And then it would show the kid, David, no, come back. It was so funny. Way too many shots of the general just screaming nonsense.
Yeah, and I also love the fact that nobody was just like, can somebody go get the kid?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a little kid. Just grab him. Just pick him up and walk out.
And why is he, why is he even there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Leave him in the armored personnel vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love too, like, they show the scene of them like driving out of the base and stuff, and he's like in the front seat.
Yeah.
And it's this like uncovered Jeep thing. And he's also got like the headphones on and stuff for some reason. Like they're gonna give him instructions. Like, I don't what? It made what? No. I think it's just like movie, like 80s movie logic is so weird when you think about it too much. You know what I mean? Because even with movies, like you said, you watched The Goonies the other day. If you think about that movie, you're just like, what the hell? I
mean, but at least with The Goonies, there was no adults supervising them. Like, they were just the kids on their own. I mean, I guess they're being chased by the tellies, but there's not like a parent or an adult saying, go ahead. Go in that dangerous ship and, set off the trap. Like, I don't know. This movie just did not make any sense with David at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also find like they wrote David like he was 25 instead of like 12.
Yeah, you're very wise for his age.
Yeah, and he's just like, he's the one who has to comfort the nurse and stuff because she's like, what do you mean there's aliens? He's like, no, what we have to do is just go do this. You're like, what? He's 12. What is happening?
Also, like, she tried to call the authorities at one point, and then there's too many calls or something to the state police. But she didn't try the regular cops. She didn't try any. I mean, I guess they did eventually go to general, but.
Well, I think they didn't try the regular cops because David had already said that the cops were part of it.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The two that came to the house.
Yeah.
Good point.
And she was trying to call the state something, but she said the lines were busy. And then 2 seconds later, she's like, I'm going to try the FBI. And I was like, that is a jump, madam. Yeah.
But then this little boy says, let's go to this general that I know. She doesn't really know.
Yeah.
And everything will be fine.
Yeah. Also, apparently his dad worked on the base, but what did his dad do?
He had a NASA badge. I don't remember what he did.
Oh, okay. I don't think they actually said what he did.
Well, because even some of the guys in the base were like, we know your dad. We work with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say he's a rocketeer.
He's a rocketeer.
Sorry. A rocket scientist.
He goes over the hill, puts on a helmet, puts on his little jetpack, and takes off.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're making that, by the way.
Are they? Why?
I don't know. I'm not Kevin Feige. Actually, no, I guess that's not Marvel. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is Disney.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know The Rocketeer is sort of like a cheesy B-movie cult classic kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's worth remaking.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was going to say, I think that was one of Jon Favreau's first movies. Because I remember when The Mandalorian came out, there was a scene in season 1 that was like his homage to The Rocketeer. So either he was in it or he directed it.
What?
Yeah, I guess you could look it up, but like this is before Iron Man and after what's the movie with him and Vince Vaughn he directed?
Swingers?
Swingers, yeah.
Okay, no, this movie was directed by Joe Johnston.
Oh. Damn, okay. I'm glad you fact checked me.
Well, maybe it's just a movie that Jon Favreau likes. It's totally possible.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh well.
Alan Arkin is in this movie. Like I remember Jennifer Connelly and Tim Dalton.
Yeah.
Huh.
I haven't seen it since it came out
too. Yeah, I mean, it was a kind of a big deal when it first came out because the main guy is Canadian, and I was like losing their shit. They're like, "What?"
Yeah, Billy Campbell.
No, he's not Canadian. He's from the States.
Oh, so we're both wrong about the Rocketeer.
We're completely wrong about the Rocketeer. Why did I think there was some Canadian thing about this movie?
Yeah, I don't know. Why did I think Jon Favreau directed it?
I have no idea.
Anyways,
I think he just liked the Rocketeer.
Yeah, I think he must be a fan, and then he threw a scene in to like an homage to the. It was right at the end of the first season where the Mandalorians the other Mandalorians helped out Mando, and then he's flying next to his spaceship, and he gives him like the salute. It was like even I remember that was from the Rocketeer.
Really?
Yeah.
No idea. Sorry, I'm checking. Yeah, no, Favreau's not on anything here that I can say.
Yeah, I understand.
So,
whatever happened to Billy Campbell, by the way?
He's on a show called Cardinal right now. I know that.
I don't know that show. Oh, that Canadian cop show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I always see the commercials on CTV.
Apparently, he was in Dracula. He was in Dracula.
What, like Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yeah.
Like the Gary Oldman.
He played the American dude.
Oh yeah, he's he's one of the cowboy guys, right?
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I remember that. That's such a strange movie.
So apparently there were Rocketeer. There were a set of TV shorts that were 9 episodes released last year and between 2019 and 2020.
Oh.
And he was also in it. That's why it popped up.
Why did I bring up the Rocketeer originally? I don't remember.
Oh, it was animated, so it's just their voices. Oh. I don't know why you brought up the
Rocketeer.
I don't either. I know. I'm like, what's that guy doing?
I hear Cardinal's actually pretty good. It's just too much to watch.
Yeah, I've steered away from that like additional dark programming for me. I'm like, I can't do this right now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I haven't watched a serial killer show in a while. I just haven't been in the mood. Or like I used to watch a lot of true crime documentaries. I haven't watched one in a while. Just not in the mood.
Well, yeah. So after a little while, you got to be like, well, maybe it's enough death.
Yeah.
Just gonna try something else right about now.
Something like peppy.
Yeah. Something make you laugh, something make you feel like just put you in a good mood.
Like Invaders from Mars. I put me in a good mood. I'm on the couch, like blowing snot into my Kleenex and laughing my ass off.
Okay. That was a little too much detail.
Sorry.
But I get it. Yes.
Yeah.
I did not do that. I just sat and watched it and looked very confused and had popcorn.
Yeah. So you brought me Alien Apocalypse, now Invaders from Mars. So I thank you.
See, I introduce you to the things that you love.
Yes.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
You know. Now speaking of things that you love, Jackie Brown is not one of those things that I love.
Really?
I
actually forgot how much I love this movie. Like, I think it's probably one of his best movies.
No, I am actually completely the opposite.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, you find it boring?
I found it yes, I found it extremely boring. B, my problem with it is that, like, I know Tarantino doesn't write movies about good people, but you can always find a person that you enjoy or that you like in the movie. So you have somebody to root for, no matter if they're good or they're bad or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas I find in this movie, I hate everybody. I don't like anybody in this movie. The only person I don't mind is like the bail bondsman,
Robert Forster
or whatever. I don't mind him, but not enough for me to like. I hope everything is okay. I just
I love Pam Grier and him in this movie. I mean, I love everybody in this movie, but especially those two. And like every time he sees her, he's got that little smile. Like you just don't right away. He's like infatuated with her. I love that.
Yeah.
He's just a guy going through the motions, and then she comes into his life, and he's willing to risk everything for her. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes him question himself a lot.
Yeah.
But like I said, he's the only person in the movie where I'm like, okay, you're all right. I hope you don't die by the end of the movie. Everybody else that dies, I was just like, okay, good.
Well, like, Robert De Niro is a piece of shit in the movie. What's her name? Bridget Fonda. She plays annoying so well.
Wow. I just wanted to punch her.
Lewis.
Yeah.
You know where you parked, Lewis?
Oh, God. I mean, I forgot about that scene, and I assumed, like, being a horrible person that man is, I was like, he's just gonna punch her.
Yeah.
And then when he shoots her, I was just like, holy shit.
It happened so sudden.
Yeah.
You just had to have to hear with her.
Yeah. Well, because even before they left the house, you know, she's trying to like flip people on his friend. Then she's like, I want to be part of this plan, or like it upsets me. Then she becomes part of the plan and does everything possible to like ruin the plan. And then is annoying on top of that, and then she gets shot for her annoyingness.
I remember the first time I saw this in theaters, I think the audience was like taken aback by that, because it really is super sudden.
Yeah. And like extremely violent, you know, like it's just so
this is just like extra. This is just one movie where all the violence is mostly off screen.
Yes.
Like everything is, I'm trying to think. Chris Tucker, you don't see even like, I mean, I guess the most gory one is when Samuel Jackson shoots Robert De Niro. You can see the blood splatter on the windshield. But that's, this isn't like, I mean, I don't think it was considered a failure at the time, but it didn't get the reception that like Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs did.
I don't think, if I remember correctly, it did not.
Critics liked it, but I don't know if the audience liked it as much. Like I know even me at the time, I didn't appreciate it like I do now, because I really love this movie.
Yeah, no.
Like for me, it's hitting on every cylinder. Like the music's great, the dialogue's awesome, it's funny.
Oh, the music is fantastic.
Oh my god, I've been listening to that 110th Street song like ever since I watched it. Like I don't know on Thursday.
Yeah,
I just popped it up on YouTube a couple times a day. The song's so great.
No, you're supposed to listen to the other Delphonics song.
The Delphonics? Actually, that one's not Delphonics. It's his name's Bobby Womack or something like that, or Robert Womack.
Yeah.
But
because that's the song that opens the movie and then ends
it. Yeah. And it's awesome. It's such a great song.
I don't know. They talk about the Delphonics so much in the movie. I was like, why didn't you pick the Delphonics song?
I love every time when they turn on Robert Forster's car, there's the Delphonics tape playing. Like, they even took the time to show him buying it at the mall.
Mm-hmm. which blew my mind. I'm like, a wall of cassette tapes? That's
I know.
crazy.
Yeah. I forgot how old the movie was. Yeah, I was 13 when it came out. I think 95.
How did you see this in the theater?
Wait, I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters.
I don't think you would have seen this.
Wait, is it 95?
It is.
Because after Pulp Fiction. Oh, I would have been 15. I probably did. I saw we used to bike to Hamilton or Stony Creek and pay for one ticket and then just sneak into movies. Oh. And I don't think we were ever kicked out. Oh, so sorry, we were kicked out from Scream 2, and then we ended up seeing Scream 2 or 3. And we ended up seeing LA Confidential instead. Which is this is a pretty violent movie. Job. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm glad that happened. But
I've still never seen LA Confidential. I really should.
Oh, it's a great movie.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's just one of those things where when it came out, I missed it because when it came out, I wasn't into that kind of movie, so I wasn't gonna watch it. And then when I finally wanted to watch it, I just didn't have it or couldn't find it, and then it's just haven't got around to it because much stuff, so much.
I just remember seeing theaters, and there's a death in that movie you do not see coming, and it just everyone in the audience was like, "No way that just happened." It's great, but
I think you're just great. What?
Well, I guess not back then, but I watched so many movies and TV. It's rare that something really shocks me anymore. You know. If I go see Shang-Chi in theaters, which I did, nothing's gonna shock me in it. There was one little thing, I guess, but it's a Marvel movie. They're all pretty much the same.
Yeah, but they're enjoyable.
Oh, agreed. I like them. I just what's the movie? I saw a movie this week called Cop Shop.
Okay. With
Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo, and it was last week, and my friends invited me to it, but I didn't know what it was, so I didn't even watch a trailer. I just want to see something. I don't know what I'm go completely blind. Into.
Yeah.
And man, it was great. When Gerard Butler's name came up, I'm oh, we're here to see a bad movie. But it was actually, it was a bad movie, but made well.
Yeah.
The movie knew its audience.
Gerard Butler isn't that bad. He's great.
Made some bad ones. I like the Olympus Has Fallen series, and I love.
I hate how I like those movies.
It's fun.
Olympus Has Fallen. Why do I like this? This is absolute nonsense. You're yay, the president is saved.
Yeah, our prime minister gets blown up in the Thames in London, and but no, don't kill the U.S. president.
No, that's
you can do
how
it
works. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch Geostorm. I tried to, and I physically could not watch it. I was like,
it's really bad. It's really bad.
Oh my God, it's so bad that you're calling it bad?
Yeah, but I saw it in theaters. I had a good time watching it. We made fun of it the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because it was blowing my mind that you were calling the movie bad. What?
But but I still enjoyed it. Not I don't know what's a movie I hated and I saw recently. I don't know. There's something I just can't think of it.
You definitely have movies you don't like.
Oh yeah.
Just can't think of any.
No, I think it's a cough syrup. I'm sorry. My brain's a little cloudy.
That's fine.
Well, this is an older one. But remember the Max Payne movie with?
Oh my God, movie is so bad.
and I got some tickets for it, see it opening night, and I was all excited. I played the video game, and I hated it. I was miserable the whole time. There was no joy in it. There was nothing to make fun of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's one that comes to mind.
Yeah, well done. I have never seen one of the worst movies ever made, which was X versus Sever or whatever. Apparently, it's universally panned as one of the worst movies ever made, and also nobody saw it.
Wait, that's not the one with Lucy Liu and
it
Invaders, is it? Yeah,
yes,
I saw that. Yeah, they killed a lot of cops in that movie. That's the only thing I remember from it. It was really bad. It was not fun.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever see sorry, let's go to bad movies now. Is it something Graceland with Kurt Russell And
is it like 3,000 Miles to Graceland?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
That I did not enjoy that movie either.
Did not watch.
Really hated it.
I love that you're saying all these movies that I haven't seen, except for Max Payne. I saw Max Payne.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can be like, I don't know. I guess they are horrible. I never have to sit through them. Yay.
Yeah. Don't. Okay. Unless you lose a bet or something. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't watch
I was never planning on watching 3,000 Miles to Graceland, but if I saw X versus Ever come on TV, I'd probably be like,
yeah.
Okay, let's give it a couple of seconds.
Yeah, because that movie was about two dueling assassins, right?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, so you can see it. Yeah, I know I saw that in theaters because I think we walked out of it. Like it was like one of the examples where we bought one movie ticket and we were just like, this movie sucks. Let's just go see another one.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, back in high school.
I think what's the movie I'm thinking? It was one of the Mila Jovovich movies, like Ultraviolet or something.
Yeah,
that one was really bad.
Yeah.
That was so bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, she doesn't make the best movies sometimes, especially the ones she makes with her husband.
Like which ones?
Well, the Resident Evil movies, I think he does those. He is. No, she's not the one who did Doom. There was one that came out recently called Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, people hated that movie.
Yeah, it was like I enjoyed some of the monster fights in it. Like there was some, but it's a bad movie. Yeah, that was with her husband, I believe. Like he's just known for like doing schlocky stuff.
Well, they're both getting paid for it, so you're done. So, yeah,
it works for them. But,
anyways,
but going back to a good movie.
Yes. See, I was going to try to segue, but you did it for me. Thank
you. I'm coming for your job, Casey.
Just stop it. Stop it. Yes. So what else do you like about this movie?
I love the dialogue. This is like Tarantino's known for having good dialogue, but this is probably one of his better movies, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like, you know how you said the dialogue is really bad in Invaders from Mars?
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Jackie Brown. I thought the dialogue was really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah,
I mean,
I can't agree.
I don't know. I hated the dialogue. I didn't think anything about this movie was very good. Right? Like it was very Tarantino, a lot of talking, a lot of shots, people walking, that kind of thing. But like, I just, like I said, I didn't find any of these people likable. So I didn't think anything they said was really that interesting. And the stuff that they said wasn't complex or structured well or anything for me. So I was like, I
was laughing a lot through this movie, like not at it, like because I think the dialogue's so funny.
Like
especially Samuel L. Jackson, just the way he talks.
I am not denying
his entire character. He made some choices with this. What is it, Ordell Robbie or something?
Yeah.
Like I love what Samuel has done in this movie.
I hate this character with an absolute passion.
Yeah, like it's a terrible character. Like he's a bad person.
The person is supposed to be bad and supposed to be terrible, but because of how vicious the person was, I couldn't find any of that dialogue funny. I couldn't find it interesting.
No,
I mean, when you first see his face and he's got like the weird braided, like flat iron hair and beard, you're just like, what are you doing?
And his long ass ponytail.
Yeah, and then he just keeps going and. About 5 minutes into what the fuck ever he's saying, talking about guns and as soon as to like Bridget Fonda, he's like, get me a drink and then get the damn phone, blah, blah, blah. Then I was just like, and it's over. I can't this is.
But like like when she won't answer the phone or get him a drink, like the like when he looks at her, the anger in his character, like he's such a good actor.
Well, and I think that's part of the problem as to why I don't like it, because he did a really great job with his character. I am not saying no, but because of it, I can't like anything about this character. Like I just... Is
this why you don't like mob movies? And because like everyone's pretty much bad and like there's no one to like there's no redeeming people. Well, I guess maybe like Donnie Brasco there is, but in most mob movies, there's no good character. Everyone's a shithead. Everyone's a criminal. Like, is that one reason you don't like?
I mean, it might be. But to be honest, like with war movies, it's profiteering over horrible things that people did to each other, and I just don't have any need for that.
Yeah,
is essentially it. I think my problem is I can empathize, like you see them like pulling out people's fingernails or like, getting a shotgun to the eye, and you're just like, holy fuck, they did that to somebody. Yeah, they did. Like it's stuff like that where I'm just like, I can't, no. But like if you, I don't like horror movies, but I would quicker watch like a completely fictitious horror movie and have somebody's skin peeled off and blended and somebody drink it. And I'd be like, oh my God, that's so gross. And, get on with it compared to, somebody who in real life was tracked down and their fingers broken and their toe cut off. And you're just like, I can't do it.
I don't like torture. Like I love horror, but I don't like the subgenre of torture porn. Like
torture porn is just
like I guess the first Saw I like, and I kind of liked Hostel, but everything after that, I was just like, no. You're just watching people being tortured, and it's not.
It's no.
I don't mind some gore in my horror, but it's got to be like what's the word? Like it's got to be done well.
Yeah.
And torture porn is just gratuitous.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I remember my friends talked me into going to see the House at the End of the Road or whatever.
Last House on the Left.
Last House on the Left, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw that in the theater with my friends, and there is like a horrible extended rape scene, essentially, in the middle, like before the parents go nuts and start killing them and whatever.
Yeah.
And like it was just so excessive. Like I was physically like repulsed from it. And I was like, it's shit like that I'm like, it's not necessary. Like I know you want to say these people are bad, or you can be like, you want the parents to be angry, so you have to do something extreme. Fine. But you didn't need 5 minutes of it. You need 3 seconds or like a comment at the side. You don't need the full thing. And I remember too, after coming out of that movie, I was one of my friends was like a guy, and he started laughing. He's like, it sounded like she was really enjoying it. And I punched him. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like that's a psychotic thing, because he thought it was funny. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, that movie came out like 20 years ago, right?
No, like 15.
Oh, I could have said something stupid back then too, like that.
Well, no, 2009.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about the remake.
The remake. No, the original came out in 1972.
Yeah, I think it's Wes Craven.
Is it the new one?
It's no, the old one. It's some famous horror director. And there's a whole genre. There was I Spit on Your Grave. That's a similar one, where she's left for dead after being raped and then killing off the hillbillies. It's not Wes.
It is Wes Craven. Yeah.
Yes. Good.
But
I don't know if I saw the remake. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I saw the remake, and I was like, that is just.
Yeah, I'm surprised you went.
Unnecessary. Well, I didn't know it was about. They're like, oh, it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Well, because most of if I remember correctly, most of the movie is more of just you being like, they just make you feel really uncomfortable. Because like you meet these other people and they're following these girls and stuff, and you're just like, ugh, you're making me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
I don't usually like when rape is used as a plot line.
It shouldn't be
for a character's motivation. Like, like Game of Thrones did it, or like I just I know what happens in real life, and it's but I just don't normally enjoy it. It's not my. I'd rather watch something else.
Yeah,
kill someone's dog like in John Wick. Then it's okay if he murders a hitman or assassin. Like that's fine.
People definitely root for people who root against people who kill an animal.
Yeah,
because I was like, oh, Wick, you gotta murder the fuck out of that guy. Oh my god.
Yeah, Theon Greyjoy.
And at the end, like he kept saying it's just a dog. Yeah. And when Wick gets him at the end, and he's about to say, well, it was just shoot. Yeah, that's what he gets. He doesn't get to finish that sentence. You don't know. God. Also, that dog, that first dog was way too cute.
Wait,
you can't do that to that puppy.
It means that they got the perfect puppy for that.
They got the perfect puppy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. And like they make you like that dog. And you could see the connection between Wick and the dog right at the beginning. Like when they were driving around, he's like, you like that, huh? Like,
yeah.
You know, it was great. Yeah. And then 5 seconds later, you're just like, murder everybody.
Like, I mean, I at least knew going into it that's what the premise of the story was, so I knew that was going to happen. I don't know if you did or not.
Oh no, I did not.
No, you didn't.
I did not.
Yeah, I did.
All I needed saw was like Keanu Reeves and guns, and I was like, I'll watch it. That's what more do you need? You know, as long as it's not like Keanu Reeves in a time traveling mailbox, then I'm like, I'm good.
I actually liked the Lake House.
I didn't watch it. Why would I watch that movie?
It like the entire problem of the movie can be solved by a phone call because they're only a year and a half time difference, maybe 2 years.
Oh, that's it? I assumed it was like 20 years or something.
No, they're living in the same house, but it's just let's say a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So it anyway, like like they both exist at the same time. Like anyways. But
that's the thing. Did they realize it at the time? How close together their timelines were?
Once they because they put their letters in this magical mailbox, and then it appears in whoever's time. You know, I can't remember who's behind or ahead. In a while, but and they realized pretty quickly, like they're off by the year and a half.
Oh, so then it'd have been like, "What's your phone number? Make sure you don't change it here." Like. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, I got a soft spot for. We're talking about everything but Jackie Brown, but I have a soft spot for like rom-com time travel movies. I love them.
Sorry.
Have you ever seen About Time?
No, awesome. I've actually never watched that. It's actually on my list to watch.
Every time I watch it, there's one scene that always makes me cry. It's great.
I've heard about this scene. Is it the scene with the father?
Yeah. I've probably talked to you about it before.
Yes, like I think you have.
The way the time travel rule works, like if you go back too far, then you'll start changing history. So you can't. So I'm not describing it right, but basically he realizes this is the last time he's going to see his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his dad's dying in the present, and he wants to go see him in the past. But if he does it again, then his son will be born or something like. And so his dad's like, no, this is the last time we're going to hang out together. And it's a beautiful scene.
Aww.
I love it. It's like,
and but Bill Nighy plays the dad, right?
Yep. Oh, he's so good in it.
And isn't the main guy the same guy who's the head of the First Order in Star Wars?
Donald Gleason.
Yes. God,
yeah, I like him.
What is it? We will not acquiesce to the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I just like the word acquiesce. It was great.
I love how fucked up he gets in by Kylo Ren in The Last Jedi. He's just throwing him around the cockpit, like strangling him. You know.
You do like people getting tortured on screen, don't lie.
If they're bad guys, yes.
If they're bad guys, yes.
Yeah.
Just like what happens to Samuel L. Jackson in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not a very good criminal. I noticed in this watching. Like,
they say that several times. That
like he's like, I don't understand why the cops need even Jackie. Like, he bails out Chris Tucker and then immediately murders him that night, and then he bails out Pam Grier and then goes to her home and murders him. Like, none of these places have cameras or witnesses, or because he's a pretty recognizable guy. Like,
I don't know, like. I mean, we have definitely gotten used to a lot more cameras being placed and stuff, but
that's true. Yeah, this was a while ago.
Yeah, this was a little while.
But like, if the cop and the ATF agent, Keaton, like, I don't understand why they couldn't arrest him on that stuff.
Well, because I don't think they could actually prove it.
Is his phone not bugged? Like, he does a lot of business on his home phone. You know?
No, but a couple of times too, he's just like, no, I can't talk on the phone.
Yeah, but he said he's like some guys called early on by guns. Like, you learn from The Wire, which I know you're not going to watch, but you got to have a burner phone.
Yeah,
you do your business and then you get rid of it.
But I don't think at that point burner phones were like a thing. You bought a phone and you had a phone.
Yeah, I guess, or do it at a payphone or something.
Oh yeah.
Not at your house.
Not at your house. Yeah, that's true. Well, no, technically that's not his house. That's the girl's house.
Yeah, it's Bridget Fonda's. Melanie's. Oh, was it Melanie?
Melanie, yes.
Yeah,
I think it was Melanie. Yeah, it's her house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But they kept saying, they're like, no, we need to find him with guns, like actual guns.
Mm-hmm.
And so the money wasn't enough. The murdering wasn't enough. They wanted the guns.
Yeah. I mean, also they said Michael Keaton at one point says we have a tail on him.
Mm-hmm.
We've been watching him. I'm like, well, what happened? What about when he went to kill Chris Tucker?
Yeah, where were you then, right?
Yeah, and I love that scene. He's like, I'm not getting this motherfucking trunk. Like, I love like he's in it for like 5 minutes, but
and Chris he kills it.
Yeah.
Yes, I did get upset when he died. I was like, he's not getting out of that trunk.
Yeah. And that scene is beautiful where it's like he pulls away from his apartment building and you hear the music and then the music stops or you can't hear anymore because it's out of camera shot. And then he pulls into the vacant lot and music. He opens the door and you hear the music again. And then he opens the trunk. You just hear Chris Tucker screaming and before he gets shot. They're not screaming, like, he's swearing at him.
He's like, get me out of this goddamn trunk.
Yeah.
Bam,
boom.
Bam. You're like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah. I do like Chris Tucker. I believe he should have done a lot more than he has. I think he could have been great.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he's doing. He hasn't done anything in a long time.
Last thing I can probably think of him in it would be like the Rush Hour movies. Like I'm probably forgetting something, but but they're making a Rush Hour 4. So Rush Hour 3, 2007. Oh, he was in Silver Linings Playbook. I don't remember that.
I hate that movie.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
I don't understand why it won the Oscars. I don't understand what people liked about it. It was like, I know it's based on a book, so obviously there's more meaning behind it in a book. Fine, but like nothing came across on screen. There was no chemistry between Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, and just the whole story just did not make sense to me.
Yeah. For me, it was just the age gap. I was like, ugh. I don't know.
Is there that big of it? Oh, yeah.
Well, he was like 40-ish and she's like early 20s or something when it came out.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in his 30s.
Oh, they have a lot worse out there.
Like,
what are you talking about?
I know, but it didn't seem like a good pairing to me.
Yeah. Well, they did her and Javier Bardem like 2 years later in Mother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's a movie I hate.
Yeah. I couldn't finish it.
Oh,
I think I got 20 minutes in and I was like, I can't do this.
I made my friends who like horror movies, we do bad movie night once in a while, and I was like, oh, do you mind if we watch this movie? Let's do a podcast. We're going to talk about it. And I apologized to them at the end of it. Like, I'm sorry. That was like, it was even hard to make fun of because the whole movie is a God analogy and the house is the world.
Okay.
And anyways, it didn't make any sense. I did not get it.
Apparently there's a twist at the end. Can somebody just tell me the twist? I don't want to
I don't even remember.
That's fine.
I remember a baby blows up, like a SWAT team comes in and they blow up a baby and it's supposed to be Jesus or something, or it's really strange. Like it's a very strange movie.
None of the things you just said make sense to me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I do not care enough about this movie to be like, I need to find out more information.
Yeah, I didn't think long and hard about it after seeing it because it's one out of my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done very little.
Well, is he a stand-up comic? Is that maybe? Actually, I don't think he is.
I don't remember him being a stand-up comic.
Yeah, I don't either. Now I think about it. But
who knows?
Yes, I like Chris Tucker.
The first thing I ever saw him in was CB4, I think.
What's CB4?
No, wait. No, he wasn't. Who was in CB4? That wasn't him.
I don't know that movie.
It's called Cell Block 4. It's this guy who's in jail.
Yeah. Sorry, I've seen it.
Why did I think he was the guy in CB4? I'm confused.
You know who I really liked in this movie? Like obviously Samuel Jackson, Pam Grier is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I've liked her ever since Foxy Brown. I went through my black exploitation phase where I was watching like 70s grindhouse movies. Mm-hmm. She's great. But I really liked Robert Forster, Bale's Max Cherry.
Yeah, he was great. Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I realized this is the first time I remember ever seeing him in something. and I didn't know what he looked like young, so I started to Google him. Like, he has like movie star quality, like good looks, like chiseled jaw. Like, you should see him as a young man.
Well, I gotta look this up.
He was a hottie, and I'm surprised his career wasn't bigger. He's a good actor.
He is.
Yeah, he
he's
was in
like
the last.
he's like that mustache guy that I like to just hear talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's been around forever.
Yeah, oh yeah, like some of his early pictures, like 50s or 60s, like cowboy TV shows, you know. But yeah, I think this was an example where Tarantino had resurrected an actor's career, like he did with John Travolta, because I don't think he was doing much before this.
No, he probably was like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
When this come out, 97, right? My God, his filmography is crazy.
I know, it's insane.
He's done 100. He's got 189 credits.
But a lot of them are from. Oh, I guess not. He did a lot in the 70s and 80s and 90s, but it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I take it back. He didn't like resurrect his career. Like, he was working, but
probably like smaller parts.
Yeah, I don't recognize a lot of this stuff. But yeah, I really liked him in this. I was sad when he died a couple years ago.
He died?
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I didn't know he died.
So did Tiny Lister. You know.
Yeah, Tiny Lister. He died. Yeah.
He was dead. He's dead.
Yeah, I talked about that when we did the Fifth Element episode.
All right.
He literally died like the day before or 2 days before we recorded that one, and I was
That's right. That's right.
God damn it.
Yeah, I forgot he was in this. Like, he's not in the movie a lot, but they bring up Winston a bunch in the movie.
Yeah.
I love how scared Samuel Jackson is. So he's asking, like, he's not gonna be hiding behind a couch, is he?
Well, because he knows, he's like, no, that man will hit me and it will hurt. You know?
Oh, sorry, it just popped in my head. I noticed something about Robert Forster's character, and I thought it was weird that the movie, I think 3 times they show him not washing his hands when he goes to the washroom. Like, I wonder if that was in the book.
I remember once because they're like,
when Samuel Jackson points it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also at the very end, when Pam Grier, so you hear them flush the toilet and he immediately walks out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pam Grier says hi. So, and there was another time earlier on. I can't remember what it was.
Oh. Well, that's gross.
I was like, that's an interesting character trait to have. Because if Samuel Jackson didn't point it out, then I wouldn't be like, they did this on purpose.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have noticed.
I would have noticed, yeah. But that was fun. And he likes to go to the movies by himself.
I hate going to the movies by myself.
Yeah.
I need people to talk to after.
Yeah. I did it for Pacific Rim 2 just because I wanted to see it in theaters. And I had a day off work, but that's
that
the last
movie
time I
was
did
so
it.
bad.
Oh, I know, but I love kaijus.
I watched the fuck out of it. Don't get me wrong. But even when I was there, I was like, that is not a good. And like his speech, I was like, we are what is it? Stopping the apocalypse or whatever.
Yeah.
We are canceling the apocalypse. Sorry. Yeah. Like his like power speech or whatever just did not work. I was like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Get somebody else to do the speech. I would have gone home if I was going to go into war after that. Like we're going to lose.
Yeah.
Get out. No.
Yeah. Not a great movie.
Definitely not. No.
Yeah, I don't like going either. But I mean, I guess like this movie is about getting old, right? But that's a running theme throughout it.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He just wants to go see a movie.
Well, I mean, I think there's a certain point where if you refuse to do something by yourself, then you're never going to do the thing, right? Mm-hmm. And it's true. Like, I may not enjoy going to movies by myself, but there were definitely times where I've seen movies by myself because I'm like, if I don't do it, I'm not going to do it, right? Yeah. This is how I know I don't enjoy it because then after I get out, like if it's a good movie, I get out and I'm like, and I don't know who you are, and I gotta go home, you know. Yeah. Even if it's a bad movie, I'm like, oh, that is garbage, and I don't know who you are. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So Jackie Brown.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about Pam Grier. Well, I think it's great in this.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't like any of these characters. So it makes it hard for me to be like, yeah, they did a really great job. when I'm just like, I just don't care enough about these characters to pay that much attention to it. One thing I did realize in one scene, and I knew I was not paying attention because I noticed this, is I was looking at her talk, and she talks out of the left side of her face the whole movie.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there trying to figure out, like, is that just how Pam Grier talks, or is this like a character thing? Because now I gotta go find a video of Pam Grier in an older movie or in an interview or something just to see, because it just started making me feel like really uncomfortable after I noticed that. It was like halfway through, and I'm like, now I got an hour to look at her like face.
I noticed it when she's talking to Robert Forster in her apartment that she does that. But it wasn't every scene for me that I didn't, or I just wasn't noticing it every time. But I definitely noticed it a few times.
Because she keeps wearing this extremely red lipstick, and you can't help but follow her mouth with that lipstick going on. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess you did a good job. I don't know. Like, this is my problem with talking about this movie is I can't, because I didn't care. I watched it. It was on, but like, I don't know. Like, it seemed overly convoluted for no reason. And
what like the heist, or not the heist, but the package drop off and
the whole thing, all of it.
Really?
Yeah, all of it was very convoluted.
I like it. Like, this is one of his more low key movies, like lower stakes. Like, I really kind of like that. And like, ever since this, he's been ramping up. And
what do you mean lower stakes?
Like, it's about a guy trying to get his drug money out of Cabo. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Like a Pulp Fiction is like all these crazy things happening in the span of 2-3 days, and how they intersect with each other. And I don't know, like this, and I'm not complaining about it. Like, I actually like that this is more low key. But I see by your face you'll agree.
Like, yes, okay. Now that you've explained it, I understand what you mean by low key. But I find the difference between this movie and his other movies as well is that, like, in Pulp Fiction, they're all bad guys. Like, all of them are bad guys. But you kind of want to see what Vincent's gonna do, because you're like, he had an epiphany. What is this speech that he says all the time? And even Butch, like, he's a boxer. He killed a dude.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh my God. And he's also like an asshole to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But his girlfriend stays with him.
He's so mean to her.
Yeah, but there's something about them that all of a sudden you're just like, like when he hits Ving Rhames, for example, and you're like, oh, I want you to win. Oh my God, you can do it. That kind of thing. You're just interested in the character. So you want, you have like, I want you to die, or I want you to live. You have like a guttural response to it. Right.
Yeah.
Even in Inglourious Bastards and stuff, like each scene has somebody where, even what's his name, the Nazi dude, you're just like
Christoph Waltz,
like, you, despite how scary this man is, and despite how horrible this man is, at the end of the movie, you want him to die, he makes you feel something, but you're so captivated because you want to see what this guy's going to do next.
So I feel that way about Samuel Jackson's character and her character in this movie, like Pam Grier.
Really?
Like, I love watching him just on the couch, shirt open, drinking a screwdriver, trying to like impress his buddy Robert Niro, who's now a stoner.
Yeah.
Like, he's really subdued in this movie up until the when he starts getting mad at Melanie. I think the drugs are affecting him because he's 4 years now. He's smoking a lot of weed.
I mean, you're gonna do the stuff you couldn't do when you were away. I mean, I get it. But also, she was antagonizing him before he even got there.
Yeah.
And even before, like, the morning of, like, how they're like, hey, you want to have sex? And they had sex in the kitchen. And then there's the one part where they're like on the couch and she like touches him with his toes and he's like, no. And
this is
like,
after
calls her like a pussy and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's and, after she like asked him if you want to double cross like Samuel Jackson, which rubbed him the wrong way. Mm-hmm. And I love that scene in the bar where he's like, "Why do you keep her around? What are you doing? It's such a bad idea."
Well, yeah, because
I can handle it. Don't worry.
Because one day she would have talked somebody into double crossing him.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, like it just did not work for me. Maybe it's just the style of it. Not exploitation. Like he's done exploitation after that, and that I've liked. So yeah, I don't know. Like it just did not hit the notes for me.
Why do you own it? Just because it was Tarantino?
I think it didn't. I didn't see it in the theater. I know for a fact I didn't see this in the theater.
Yeah.
And according to the opening of this, it took them 5 years to put Jackie Brown on DVD and put it out. So that's when I finally saw it. Because there's like an opening from Tarantino in it, which is horrible. He just rambles on weirdly. But the things I get out of it is like, oh, the big fans of this movie. Sorry it took 5 years to get this out here, but we put a bunch of stuff on some DVDs for you. Here you go. Mm-hmm. I doubt I paid full price for this. You will learn very quickly. I'm a frugal person. I do not pay full price things. Yeah. Not that I steal. I'm not saying stealing. Yeah. I just don't pay full price.
You like the discount bin?
Yeah, damn right. You get some good stuff in the discount bin every once in a while. Get a good sale rack and stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just one of those things where I hadn't seen it. I'd seen all the Tarantino's movies until whatever point. And I was like, well, got to finish it out, you know?
Yeah. You know what? I earlier said I probably didn't see this in theaters. I think you're right. I think I misspoke. I think Kill Bill was the first one I ever saw in theaters.
That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, because I would have been probably too young. Mm-hmm. Like I saw the odd rated R movie, but like not very often. So
I'm pretty sure Kill Bill was my first Tarantino in the theater as well, to be honest. Because I know for sure I did not see Pulp Fiction, so I definitely would have seen Reservoir Dogs. Mm-hmm. And I'm like 98% sure I didn't see Jackie Brown. So
yeah. Is this your least favorite Tarantino movie?
I'm gonna say yes.
Huh.
Well, because I was thinking, I'm like, From Dusk Till Dawn, because it's half directed by him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, no, I get joy out of that movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's two very, like, one half of the movie is one thing, the second half is another thing, because that's how they made it. Fine.
It's two different genres. I love it.
Yeah, they just smashed together.
Yeah.
But no, I get joy out of that movie. So then, yeah, like those two are my bottom. So yeah, Jackie Brown would be it.
Yeah. I have to relook at my list, but I think it's shot up to like not Pulp Fiction is always my favorite. Mm-hmm. But it's either second or third, I think. Like I really like this movie.
Oh, okay.
There's always stuff in like Tarantino movies that like the scenes or something that rubbed me the wrong way or I don't like. Or there was nothing in this movie that I didn't enjoy.
What do you mean in the scene? Like give me an example of a scene in a Tarantino movie that rubbed you the wrong way.
Okay. Well, even though I love the movie, I don't like the dead Edward storage scene anymore. You know, Tarantino's at his house and he's just throwing out the N-word like crazy and.
Yeah,
I don't like that
Tarantino
scene.
Does.
Yeah, Django. It's actually him again. Remember when he's like he's taken by the Australian bounty hunters? Mm-hmm. Like there's just like stuff like that. Trying to think.
So you're saying you have a problem with his use of language?
Well, it's not just language. There's always something like trying to like Inglourious Bastards or like his latest one, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like. Mm-hmm. I did enjoy the fake movie within the movie, but it was a bit too much of it. Like when Leonardo DiCaprio, the fake TV show with Leonardo DiCaprio and the black and white cowboy show. Mm-hmm. No, I enjoyed a lot of that stuff, but then some of it was just too much. And it went on to like I think he needs better editors because his movies are too long now.
Well, that's the thing that happened, right? Like the person who edited his movies who understands stories has died.
What's her name?
And he switched over to other people. And you can feel it, you can see it. It's there. There's Yeah, like that same eye, for the content isn't there anymore.
Yeah. Wait, her name was yeah, she was really talented. I can't figure it out. There's so many editors. But anyways.
Yeah.
Let's keep finding sound editor. But anyways, yeah. And so I think she died right after Kill Bill.
No, she died partway through Django, wasn't it?
Oh, was it Django? Okay.
I think it was Django.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the movies you can see a difference in parts of it. Where like, this part's good, this part's bad. This part's good. Or this part's not as good.
I love Django, but it's a bit too long again.
Yeah. Well, Django for me, like I like the parts, I don't like the whole, and I think that a lot of that has to do with Jamie Foxx. I know you don't like him. I don't enjoy him.
Yeah.
Mind you, I do have the movie The Kingdom, and he's in it, and I do like that movie. But I think
is that when there's a bombing and they go to Saudi Arabia?
Enough. Something like that.
Jennifer Garner's in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that one. We talked about this before, but like I like him in Jarhead. He was good in.
He's in Jarhead for like 3 seconds when they're going through the burning fields.
It's very memorable. His scene.
His scene is memorable not because of his face. They pull out and you see like the thing burning, and you have his voiceover as they're walking.
I love his little speech about how I'm in the military for life. I love this shit. Like it's for me that scene's great. And I think he's good in it. And then I love him as the cab driver in Collateral.
I hate that movie.
I love that movie.
God, I just like that movie a great deal.
I mean, it falls apart a bit at the end when it's like him versus Tom Cruise trying to save crap. What was her name?
Yeah.
Was it Jada Pinkett Smith? I think it was. Anyways.
I don't know. I honestly don't remember.
It fell apart a bit like the last half an hour, but yeah. I really enjoyed that movie.
I don't know. Well, obviously I haven't seen you have bad taste in movies, so whatever.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I don't have that much to like. I honestly was so uninterested. Like I have like 3 notes of this, and one of my notes is: did he say raptor bag?
Yes, like, when he brings the 10 grand to the raptor bag.
Yeah, it is a raptor. Okay, he does say raptor. I got very excited.
Go Toronto!
I was like, yay!
Go Raptors!
They'd only been around for 2 years at this time, so it's very exciting.
Huh.
Yeah, because they started in 95, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that.
And this is a 97.
Yeah, it's my wife. It's my wifey who loves the Raptors. I'm just kind of a.
Oh, you're fan. Kind of into it too. You know when to cheer correctly.
When the ball goes in the hoopy thing.
I think so. Yes. While they're on the pitch and the wicket is touched by the ball.
Yeah. Their wicket game is really good.
Yeah.
That's what's that sport called? Wicket is cricket, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Sports.
Wow. It's a very popular sport everywhere besides North America.
Yeah, yes it is. Yeah. I've had friends of mine, usually Indian or Pakistani, explain to me cricket, and I still don't get it. Even though I love baseball, like they always try and like use baseball like analogies to help me, but it just never seems to stick.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you have to watch the game, but sometimes the game can be 3 days long, and you're just like, I don't have time for this.
They've stopped that though. Like in the main cricket league, like it's like the Premier League for football. They shorten the games to make them more palatable.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Some guy took it over. It was really corrupt, but he changed all the rules. It was Hassan Minhaj. I can't remember what the show was called, but before it canceled. But he did a whole episode on it. It was really interesting.
His show was great.
I know. I was so mad they got canceled it.
Yeah,
but I understand why. I mean, I know why Netflix did it because he was pissing off India, and they probably want to sell Netflix in India.
Yeah, that's true. They probably
because he did a whole episode on Modi and his government.
Yeah, he did. I think he did like 3 episodes in India or something like that. Yeah,
and he's an Indian Muslim, so the Indian Hindus didn't like him criticize. Like it was a whole thing, and
everybody's getting upset.
Yeah, I learned a lot from him.
Yeah, I hope he does great.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
he's a talented guy.
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. My next note is folding corners like a savage. Now,
what was that from?
Well, this is the thing. I think I remember what it's from. So when he goes to the prison to pick up Pam Grier for the first time, he's reading a book. And then when he gets up, he just folds the corner of the page, closes the book.
Oh,
that is sacrilege.
I do. This is why time you tried to lend me a book or offered, and I'm like, I can't, Tracy, because I don't treat books very well.
Yeah, I would fight you if I got my book.
I would do the same thing.
Like
yeah. I'm not going to borrow something and give it back to you worse. So, like, I read books in the bathroom, and you don't want your book in there.
No, I don't. So it's really funny. I get asked all the time about my books, and they're just like, have you read any of these? I'm like, yeah, I've read all of them.
Yeah.
They're like, these look brand new. And I'm like, because I take care of the things. One of the worst things that ever happened to me was like, I don't like to crack the spines of things. Like, I think that's horrible.
Yeah.
And I used to keep a little notebook in my bag for like, little stories or whatever before, this is how old I am, before I had a smartphone and I could just type notes in there.
There was a before time?
There was a before time. Anyway, but I had this little notebook. Part of it just flipped up to write in it, whatever. But it also had like a spiny bit at the back that you didn't need to crack to get to write into it. It's fine. And one day, I was out at my friend's place and stuff, and we were playing like some game that needed a score to be taken, right? And they're like, "Where's the paper?" Blah blah blah. I forget what we were doing, and I was like, "Oh, here, you can use my notebook." First thing I did, crack, and started writing. I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing? You are literally ruining somebody else's property. Why would you do that?"
Yeah.
I would never do that if somebody handed me something. My God. Jeez.
People.
Hell yeah. But yes, those are my other notes, which actually
those are your two notes
before this was his movies have the best music. So those are my 3 notes for this whole movie.
And he always picks songs I'm not very familiar with, which I love it. Like, I've noticed a trend in movies the last couple of years, especially if it's set in a different era, like say the 80s or 70s. They'll just throw in a song from that time period, but it doesn't always match the scene or make sense. And Tarantino and I think Scorsese is really good at it too, picking in the perfect song for the perfect scene.
Yeah.
And like every Tarantino soundtrack is great.
It really is. And like even if some of the songs I'm familiar with, a lot of them aren't, but they're artists that everybody knows, but it's like from their B-side or not the most popular song. They put it in there and you're just like, it's so good though. Like,
so good.
Yeah, it's true. Like the like that same part when she's coming and he's already infatuated with her before even like seeing her face. I don't know what song they play, but that song was beautiful. I was like, that is good stuff right there. Yeah.
No, yeah. This might be one of his better soundtracks. I do love the Pulp Fiction soundtrack a lot, but maybe because I've heard it too much. I used to always buy the CDs of his soundtracks, and I would always get the Tarantino collection, I think it was called, where it was his best songs from his movies. Okay. But I haven't listened to the Jackie Brown one in a long time, so a lot of these songs I hadn't heard in years.
Yeah. Actually, that's true. I hadn't heard a lot.
Especially the Delphonics. I don't know them very well. There's at least 3 songs in here from the Delphonics. They're great.
Yeah, I think they have a very popular song that you probably know as soon as you hear it. Yeah, because all of the people he picks, they're known. A lot of them are known artists, and you're just like, but they just pick the song that most people don't know. He doesn't pick the song that you expect him to pick. You know what I mean?
Well, so like I was saying, he picks good songs that match the scene, or match the vibe or the tone of the scene. And I just get annoyed when just a completely random song gets thrown up there, and like, I wonder if just the studio or the company just has certain songs that they've licensed already, and like, hey, use this in a movie, so make this work in a movie.
Well, I think it's partially like, I don't know, what do you call it, subliminal messaging or whatever. Like, they'll just put in a song. It may not fit the scene, but we know the song. So then we get connected to it from the song because you're like, this is the scene where this happens because I love this song. I think it's one of those things,
Yeah. I've heard the criticism for Cruella. Like, I think it's what's set in the 70s.
I don't know.
And I haven't seen it either, but I'm hearing someone told me this. Like, they said it's really good songs in the movie, but they don't match, like, when they're placed in. Like, they just, oh, here's another song from the 70s. Oh, here's another one. Like, apparently there's a ton of good songs on it, but just, they're just kind of thrown in there willy nilly.
Oh, they don't fit. Yeah, but that'll take me out of the movie though.
Exactly. Like the last great soundtrack I remember, like, for a movie that I was like we listened to on Spotify was Atomic Blonde.
Oh yeah.
I love that soundtrack. It's I love that movie.
It's so good. Like, everything about it, like the tone, the visuals, like
the action.
The action is amazing. The music fits everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so 80s, but very like modern and updated, because I mean, it takes place in 89, but it doesn't feel dated at any point. Like, it doesn't feel old. Like, everything just looks new and fresh, and they don't have cell phones, and you're like, what?
How do people find each other?
Yeah. Talking about old things, there's so much smoking in this movie.
Yes.
And I noticed all indoors. All the smoking is indoors.
Well, they smoke a lot at the mall and at dinner and
and the airport.
Gross.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening here?
But like, especially his older movies, there's a ton of, like, Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction have a ton of smoking in it. Uma Thurman always has a cigarette in her mouth.
Oh, that's true.
unless she's in the coma.
Yes, which is an important part. Yes.
Yeah.
God. Cannot wait to talk about that movie. Especially I think I would have been fine with the smoking if they lit up outside, but it's every time they walked in somewhere and they sat down, they took it, they had a cigarette, and I was like, what? No, that's not right.
I'm so glad the bylaw where you can't smoke inside happened. I think it was when I was 18 or 19. So just as I was illegal to go to bars, you couldn't smoke, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah,
because like I was on the cusp, so I definitely did sometimes. Like, I never smoked, but it just being inside, it'd be on your clothes, your hair. When I had hair, and it's ugh.
Yeah, I remember going to clubs, and one thing I used to do was I'd get home, take everything off in the bathroom. You got to take a shower right away.
Yeah.
And then you can't even just wash your clothes. Like, I used to put it in the backyard to air out, because if you left it inside, everything would start to smell.
Yeah.
And then wash it the next day, because you were just reeking of this stuff. Like, reeking. It was disgusting. Yeah. And as soon as they stopped, I was just like, oh my God, I can actually see in the club now. And God, this place is hideous. What am I even doing here? Bring the smoke back.
Yeah. We're the hotties, I promise.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice were they the Tarantino brand of cigarettes, like the Red Apple or something? Like, it's in most of his movies.
I did not check.
I never saw like the cigarette packet, so I don't know if I assume there must have been.
Must have been. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Did you notice what part Tarantino's in? So I mean, kind of like
no.
It's when she's checking her messages at home. He's the answering machine.
That doesn't count.
No, he's in it though.
He's in it. Yeah.
End of message. Like, he makes a weird voice. He's like, end of messages.
Oh, he's that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and did you notice the Star Trek character from Next Generation in it? He must have.
Well, Tommy Lister's already in it, and he was in Enterprise.
Oh, was he? Oh, I didn't know that. No, I'm not talking about him.
He played in the first episode, the Klingon that crash lands.
Oh, like on Earth? Okay.
Yes. Huh.
Cool, but that's not who I'm thinking of.
That's not who you're thinking of.
Nope, Next Generation.
TNG.
Yeah, major character. It's in the scene where she's being arraigned, like she's in the courtroom. Her, I can't remember her defense of her attorney, who was a prosecutor.
I cannot even picture that scene in my head.
It was Tasha Yar.
No, really?
Yeah. I heard her voice. I'm like, oh yeah, I got my Star Trek connection. Because it was easy with Louise Fletcher Invaders from Mars.
I was like, Kai Wynn's in the house.
Yeah, Kai Wynn and like
still being a giant bitch. Yes.
Yeah.
I did not like.
Tasha Yar's in this.
I honestly cannot picture that scene, that courtroom scene, in my head in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, so you got her like sitting there. You got the two cops in the back, and then you got Samuel L. Jackson sitting in the background watching everything. And then
and he gets out and like he follows somebody or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Tasha Yar.
No, Tasha Yar is there. Oh, I can't believe I missed that.
And then the judge is his name's Sid. What's his last name? He's like a famous B movie actor.
The judge?
Sid Haig, yeah. He's like the bad guy in like House of a Thousand Corpses. Like,
I wouldn't watch that.
I mean, I don't watch that either, but Rob Zombie uses him a lot when he makes movies. He's just like a B horror movie actor.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I've seen him in a lot of things.
Sid Haig.
Yeah, if you see him, you might recognize him. He
was in Diamonds Are Forever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Says Slumber Inc. attendant. I don't know what that means.
Oh. And he's apparently in Kill Bill too. I don't know whoever Jay is. Yeah, so Tarantino's used him a few times.
Cool. I mean, he loves those B movies and Grindhouse stuff. So
I mean, this movie, whenever they're sitting in front of the couch at Melanie's place, there's always a B movie playing.
Yes.
And
I couldn't... that was the thing. I was supposed to look up a movie she was watching.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him, unfortunately.
I didn't recognize him either.
There's a lot
and
of
also
movies, like,
the one in Invaders from Mars, I was supposed to look up what he was watching. That one scene. Oh man, I didn't do any of my homework. I'm busy. I can't help it. I got things
we have busy lives.
We do. But yeah, I don't know. As you can tell, I have nothing else to say about this movie. I mean, a lot happens in it. There's a lot of talking. I just don't care, and it just made me lose interest. And and at that point, I got nothing. I don't know.
It held my attention the whole time. I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I always forget how much I like this movie. It's like every 10 years I watch it or something. And like, oh yeah, the best.
It's also very long.
Yeah, but I because I was really into it, I didn't really know. It's 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
I didn't really notice.
It felt like 5. I kept every once in a while I'd pause. I'd be like, how long? What, an hour and 10 minutes? How long have I been here?
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely did classic Tarantino things with like the long empty shots and stuff. The city is the character and things. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I didn't see his trunk shot, which he likes to do a lot.
Oh yeah, because usually you would have done like the like Chris Tucker if he was gonna live. You'd have been like, Oh,
wait a minute. No, of course he did the trunk shot. When they opened the trunk and Samuel Jackson's talking about him getting into it, the camera's in the mind. Yeah, he definitely did it.
Oh, that's right. They do start under there. Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
It was there. My God. But I agree with him. I wouldn't want to get in that trunk. I don't care how much he did for me.
I mean, he just spent $10,000 to bail him out.
That's not enough for me to get in the trunk. But I love it. So the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles was like, all right, I'll do it.
Things to do for chicken.
Yeah, chicken's delicious.
Yeah.
And one of these days I will have it. Then I would say I've had it.
Because we go to LA to visit Alicia's family sometimes. So I would love to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles one day.
There you go. Yeah. You got to ship some back for me.
It'll be cold.
I don't know how it'll last, but whatever.
Yeah, it will be good.
So, well, I guess that's it. Any final thoughts about these two movies? Would you recommend people watch them?
Yes, but watch definitely Jackie Brown. Tracy's wrong in this one. Even though I respect your opinion. And pop a gummy or open a beer or bottle of wine and just laugh at Invaders from Mars.
It's true.
It's a crazy movie.
It really, we cannot properly explain all of the places this movie goes and why it's so wrong.
And it's completely free on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah, that's how I found it. Because I remember you said I had to rent it, and I was checking the app. I'm like, I'll just check YouTube. Because sometimes, if it's a movie like this, nobody cares about.
Yeah.
But like everyone who asked me what movies that we were doing, nobody had heard of this movie either.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, this is not a very popular movie, I don't think.
No.
And yeah, if it's free on YouTube, then they don't even care, like the studio.
Yeah. Just put it out there. It's fine. Yeah. They probably get ad revenue that plays on it or whatever.
Oh, but it had so few views. Wait a second. It was
again, nobody heard of it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny how little. Okay, it was put up 3 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it has 900,000 views. So yeah, maybe it is getting.
It's a good amount of views.
That's maybe it is getting some ad revenue.
Yeah. It's one of those things where everybody's just like, I knew this movie was real. I didn't make it up. You know?
Like when you're a kid.
This is not like a cheesy 80s movies that they're like, oh, we're going to throw it up on Halloween or whatever. This is in a vault somewhere, and I have the other copy. Like, that's it. That's all that exists.
Yeah, you brought it back to the world.
I brought it back. You know, I am doing you guys a favor.
You're doing the Lord's work.
You're gonna sit down. Halloween's gonna come. You're gonna be like, let's watch some cheesy horror. Yay! Yeah. And you're gonna pop that in, and you're gonna have a great time.
Yep,
great time.
Yeah, starting next week, I'm gonna be watching like 2 or 3 horror movies a week. I do that every October. I love it.
What are you starting with?
There's a new Netflix show called Midnight Mass or something. It's by Mike Flanagan. He's the guy who did like the Haunting at Hill House. He's made a bunch of great movies like I can't think of them right now, but I really like Mike Flanagan. And so this is his latest Netflix horror show.
Cool.
So I don't really know what it's about, but it looks like it has some kind of religious connotations. There's a church.
That's TV. You said movies.
Yeah. Oh, true. I don't know what the first movie will do. I subscribe to Shudder, so there's like hundreds of movies on there. I'll just find something. Yeah. All right. And then starting in mid-November, that's when I switch to my Christmas movies. So it's gonna be a few.
Don't forget, I already told you the 2 movies that we're doing for Christmas. You can't watch it until we're doing the episode.
I already forget. Sorry, what were they?
Oh, I'll tell you later. It's going to be a surprise, everybody. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll make sure I don't watch them. Or if I watch them, I'll just watch it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this episode of Off My Shelf. Thank you for being here, Sean.
Oh, my pleasure. Sorry about the cold and little high on cough syrup.
It made it more fun. Long. What are you talking about? Until next time, you can follow along on Instagram and Twitter at ohmyshelf, or you can send an email to ohmyshelf@gmail.com. On the next episode, we'll be talking about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and Johnny Mnemonic. Hope you'll be here to listen.